Welcome back to the Cop Kitchen. I'm Dave Sheppy. Once again, I want to thank everybody for subscribing and hitting that like button, also making some comments. Also hit the bell, that way you'll get notification when I upload another video. Today's recipe is a recipe I remember from my childhood. I came from a fairly large family. I have 5 older sisters and no brothers, which means the hand-me-downs really sucked. But I do remember this recipe. It's a simple ingredient recipe. It has eggs, milk, sugar. Yeah, if you haven't guessed, it's custard. Although this recipe is a coconut custard pie. The beauty of this recipe is you don't have to make a crust. It makes its own crust. And it's all made in this little baby. All made in a blender. All the ingredients go in the blender, blend it for a minute, boom. You got yourself a delicious coconut custard pie. But like with so many of my other recipes, I have a little surprise at the ending. It's something that I add to it to make it a little more yummier. Did we decide if that was a word or not? I can't remember. So, thanks again for subscribing and hitting the like button. Without further ado, let's make this pie. Here are the ingredients. So the ingredients are 2 cups of milk, 1/3 cup of butter or margarine. That comes out to about 5 1/3 tablespoons. 3/4 of a cup of sugar, just white granulated sugar. 4 eggs, 4 large eggs. 1/2 cup of flour. 1 cup of coconut. 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I like to mix it up a little bit. It's my little kick. I put 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And then there's 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, which when I get ready to use this, I usually spill it. We'll try not to today. You also need a 9-inch pie plate, and we'll prepare that in just a minute. Spray it with a non-stick cooking spray and then lightly flour it. We'll set that off to the side. So the difficult part comes now. Everything goes in the blender. And once the blender starts, it's gonna be noisy, but I'm gonna let it go the whole minute so you can see the process. I like to start off with the butter. The sugar. The flour. There's no particular order that you can put these in. There's no way you can mess it up. Put the spices in. This is cinnamon and the nutmeg. The vanilla. Ha, I didn't spill it. Coconut. Two cups of milk. I didn't make a mess out of that either. We're on a roll. And the eggs, one at a time, crack them in a separate container and just check for it. Make sure there's no eggshells. You don't have to mix them after you put them in one at a time. Just wait till they're all in there. There they are. All the ingredients in the blender. Put your blender top on. Make sure it's secured down good. And again, blend for about 1 minute. keeping time. I think that was close to a minute. So to prepare the pie plate, I just take some nonstick cooking spray and lightly spray the pie plate. And then take about, I don't know, 2 tablespoons maybe of flour and just dust it around real good. And that should do it. So now pour your custard in there. Your oven should be set to 350 degrees. We're going to put this in the oven. Set your timer for 45 minutes. And that's it. So I'll see you in 45 minutes. So it's been 45 minutes exactly. Time to take it out and take a look. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Perfectly browned on top. Where the coconut has come to the top, that's what gives it that look. The crust has already made itself down at the bottom. It'll settle some as it cools. Let it completely cool. After that, we'll take another look at it and I'll show you what we're gonna top it with. See you then. So I just took the pie out of the refrigerator. I almost said oven again, but I took it out of the refrigerator where I had it cooling. It's completely cooled now. It has settled. It's firmed up really nice. And now I'm gonna top it with some boiled frosting, marshmallow type frosting. And I did a video, I'll put it up here or down here for that recipe on how to make that. It's a good addition to this, better than whipped cream as far as I'm concerned. And if you want to make it look like a meringue, I'll show you how to do that in just a second. I just spread this, I just made this so it's still a little warm, which is okay. Oh, I do like this. And like I said in my other video, if it's Valentine's Day or St. Patty's Day, you can go ahead and put some food coloring in this as you're mixing it, and it'll make it nice and pretty, colorful. It's almost like marshmallow fluff. Put that over the top like so. And then all I do is I either take the back of a spoon or I'll take my cake spreader as this gets. Then you can take one of these fancy little lighter things, give it a little burn. Just on the little tops of those little peaks. Don't want to burn it. Just get a few little browns. Yeah, that's good. And there you go. Coconut custard pie with a marshmallow fluff type fake meringue. Let's cut into it. And we always know that the first piece of any pie is the hardest piece to get out. We'll see. came out pretty good actually. Coconut, the custard is set up really well. Let's see what it tastes like with that. Marshmallow fluff, faux meringue. Ooh, sweet mother of pearl. That's some good. Save the rest for later. So that's how it looks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and until next time, be safe out there. I'm 10-7.